insight, we welcome Dr. Eric Mandel, the founder and director of the Middle East Political Information Network, and he joins us from New York. Dr. Mandel, thank you so much for your time today. So a secret trip, leaks, claims this meeting did happen, it didn't happen. What do you make of this apparent meeting with Benjamin Netanyahu, Yossi Cohen, Mike Pompeo, and Mohammed bin Salman? Your thoughts?
Well, I think there a high likelihood there was a meeting. The Saudis have to realize that they're populist. They have been given a diet of anti-Semitism and Jewish hatred for generations. So even though there's been some very positive polls of Saudis by Saudis regarding a normalization, there's still tremendous forces, not only within Saudi Arabia, but throughout the Muslim world, that, Saudi Arabia is the custodian of the two holiest mosques. So what they make a decision to do reverberates, and they are very fearful of remaining stable. And so they play a couple of dances here. Certainly, it could be something that happened. The American ambassador Abazad was with the foreign minister, and Pompeo was there, and maybe in another room. MBS, the crown prince, met with Bibi, with Pompeo. So, I think it's just a dance. But this is all, what the going thought is this is a message. This is a message to the new incoming Biden administration that the Israelis, the UAE, maybe even Egypt and Jordan can work in concert against Iran, which has tremendous hegemonic ambitions. And this administration wants to be profoundly different than the Trump administration. It's looking to re-engage with the Iranians, and that is the existential threat for Israel and Saudi Arabia.
So let's start first. I want to pick up on the point about Saudi Arabia playing a kind of dance. What kind of role has the country or nation been playing so far behind the scenes in terms of the normalization deals that have already come through so far? What do you know?
I was in Bahrain and Abu Dhabi and Dubai last year, and the feeling was, and my feeling is still the same, is that none of this would have happened without the blessing of Saudi Arabia. I believe that these countries have gotten tired of the Palestinians and their intransience over the last 20 years. And so for their own interests, their own security, aligning with Israel, both for economic and obviously the security reasons I alluded to with Iran, takes precedence over the Palestinians. But the Saudis have that peace plan they put out in 2002. So I think the price that's going to be, that's there, the quid pro quo, is Israel is going to have to give something to the next administration regarding the Palestinians, whether it's settlements or something, in order to take the next step with Saudi normalization. So I think there's going to need to be, Israel's going to need to give a little something to get something here. I wrote about this in The Hill last week, the Washington paper, and it's very, very important to realize that Israel is going to be dealing with a new administration, and no matter what it does with Saudi Arabia, America is still its best friend, and it's going to have to balance that, and Saudi Arabia is going to have to balance that. And really, I think with the Americans, and hopefully this professional team that has just been appointed with Tony Blinken and with Jake Sullivan, is going to realize that the Middle East is different than it was when they left 4 years ago. It is now political Islamism in both Sunni and Shiite form, Iran, Qatar, and Turkey together against Israel, Saudi Arabia, UAE, Bahrain, Jordan, and this is going to be a different type of animal that they have to look at. If they're looking at it through the old Sunni Shiite eyes, Israeli-Palestinian conflict is the Gordian knot to untie, then America is bound to create more problems than be helpful in the Middle East.
And very briefly, Dr. Mandel, as you say, it's a different Middle East. Your sense, which other nations are likely to follow suit in terms of potential normalization deals down the line?
Well, after Saudi Arabia, we're thinking of Oman, we're thinking of Kuwait, we're thinking of Morocco, possibly a better relationship with Indonesia. Pakistan has taken itself out here. But I think it's the alignment of the political Islamism versus the conservative monarchies and the traditional American allies, Jordan. But the new card here that's totally different is Israel is openly normalized with these countries. And this is an opportunity, a window of opportunity that the Biden administration should not suppress in their quest for a quick reconciliation with Iran over the JCPOA, the Iran nuclear deal.
Certainly, the whole region will be waiting to see that window of opportunity, as you put it. Always appreciate your insights. Thank you so much, Dr. Eric Mandel, speaking to us live from New York.